The GMC Acadia is all new for the 2024 model year. And right behind me right now is the Denali, the range-topping trim of the Acadia lineup. I'd like to give you an exterior tour of this all-new crossover utility vehicle. So without any further ado, let's get right to it.
MOTROLIX.
So first and foremost, what you will see here is a complete redesign of the Acadia. Not only is this a complete redesign from a styling standpoint, from a powertrain standpoint, the 2024 model represents the third generation of the Acadia. And as you can see here, it has grown in size from mid-size proportions to what I would personally call full-size proportions. This thing is now longer, wider, and taller than the second generation Acadia. And that carries benefits. Benefits like more interior room, both in the third row and in the trunk. You can check both of those out in my interior tour. So bigger in every single dimension. And as you can see, it looks completely different than it did before. Let's take a look at some details here at the front. So GMC, the design of GMC, it's all about the grille. And the 2024 Acadia Denali, well, it does not disappoint with this massive grille. You can see it has some nice chrome to it all around with horizontal elements throughout. You do have the GMC badge big and red front and center. That's kind of the reason why we sometimes at gmauthority.com call GMC Big Red. That's the reason. Flanking the massive grille on both sides are the headlamps. So you can see here that unlike other vehicles in the GM stable, most of which have already gone to a two-tier lighting setup which separate the daytime running lamp from the actual headlamp, the Acadia does not actually do that. Instead, it retains the DRL here and the headlamp immediately below it. Kind of in, they're two separate housings, it looks like. Nope, it's one housing right there. All right, so that's the housing. You have the C-shaped daytime running lamp. Very well executed, in my opinion. The primary headlamp there, a orange marker light with the GMC logo is there. And then check out this element here. This looks great. And it doesn't really, it's nothing special because it's just a plastic cutout. It seems like a plastic little design piece inside of here, but it certainly looks good and it gives it a nice texture. If you go a little bit further back, you'll see that the headlamp now has kind of this nice texture. Below that, you have a secondary grille lower on in the fascia there. You have a sensor down here front and center. You do have fog lamps right there at the outer edge of the front end. And you also have this pattern that I mentioned earlier that carries over down here into the outer edge of the fog lamp. Really cool. The lower fascia does have some chrome to it. You can see it running the width of the front fascia. There are no front air curtains here whatsoever. That's interesting. That bucks the trend of front air curtains. But I digress. Let's take a look at the hood. There it is. So it does have some surface development here, kind of one bulge here, another one here, a concave area between them. Notice that there is no center spine here, unlike on a lot of Chevy models, which have a center spine, kind of a little crest in the middle of the sheet metal and going through the front fascia. The new Acadia does not have that as part of its design language. Overall, this fascia looks great. Take a look at that. It's instantly recognizable as a GMC without overdoing it, if you will. All right, let's continue to the side here. You can just see from the side just how big the Acadia has now become. It's returned to its roots from the first generation Acadia, which was a larger three-row crossover. And then the second generation model shrunk, becoming a midsize. And then now this third gen 2024 newer is back to full size. And a lot of that comes essentially at the rear door and behind. And you can see that here, just how big it is. Outside of the added size, there isn't really all that much to write home about from the standpoint of the side profile here. But I will point your attention to a few things. So that chrome theme that was started at the front end, well, that is here present and accounted for on the actual luggage or cargo roof rail. that's there, as well as on the DLO trim. That is also wrapped in chrome. Now that DLO trim does not have any kind of a brake. So it starts off right here, goes around, and comes back around on the belt line. And that's quite a big departure from one of the Acadia's platform mates within the GM stable. Of course, that is the 2024 newer Chevy Traverse, which has a C-shaped kind of shark fin style C-pillar. The Acadia goes with a more traditional pillar treatment and a more traditional daylight opening DLO shape. And finally on the DLO, check out the treatment here. So this is thin throughout, right? Throughout the DLO treatment, the chrome bit is thin, and then it gets thicker towards the rear end. That's a nice little touch. The doors have a little bit of surface development to them, but not that much. And interestingly enough, speaking of stablemates, the front and the rear doors are shared between the Acadia, the Traverse, and the 2025 and newer Buick Enclave. So these are not unique to the Acadia, but they are there regardless, and in my opinion, they look good. There's, not much going on here in terms of surface development. As you can see, it's kind of all flat with the exception of maybe a little crease here, and then another one over here, and one more at the bottom end of the doors. This is where the 2024 newer GMC Acadia gets its size from. It's right here. The door is long. It's helpful for egress and ingress, getting in and out of the vehicle. Just check out how much space you have to get in and out. Denali badge there to let everyone know you are in fact driving a Denali. Wing mirrors here with a turn signal indicator built in. There is a camera here at the bottom of each mirror that handles the surround view. There's actually another one here right below the GMC logo that I didn't point out earlier. There it is. The wheels, these are 22s that are standard on the Denali Reserve Package. The package is optional, but these are 22-inch wheels. Check them out here. These wheels actually, in my opinion, look quite nice. I like the split spoke treatment here, where you have one spoke splitting out into two spokes. That's pretty neat. The door handles, chrome and body color on the outside. So chrome over here, body color here. Notice that the button for the keyless entry and exit, that is present and accounted for on all four doors. So not only is it present on the front doors, but GMC did not cut corners here and included it on the rear doors as well. This has been something that has been kind of getting cut amongst some automakers. Ford, I'm looking at you with the F-150. All right, and then at the rear, you have the built-in spoiler here that kind of extends the roofline a bit, and it also helps with aerodynamics. And then you have the wraparound tail lamps. That same design element that we saw on the headlamps and on the fog lamps on the side, it is also carried over to the sides of the tail lamps here. There's also a comms fin right there. We talked about the roof rails already, so let's check out the rear end. So there are a few things worth noting here, starting with I think the taillights. Check out the taillights. C-shaped signature within the taillights themselves, and the way that these taillights are integrated into the fascia is quite interesting. So the taillight does start over here, but then it runs into the lift gate here. And the way it does so, the integration between the tail lamp housing and then the rest of the sheet metal at the back here, it's almost imperceptible where the tail light ends and where the sheet metal begins. All right, so then you have the Denali badge front and center. That is taking the place of the GMC badge, which gets relegated to the corner as a small item. Why? Because the Denali is the focal point here. Then you have the Acadia nameplate badge here, all-wheel drive badge. That's present and accounted for. And then down below you have quad tipped exhaust. Now, we have heard at gmauthority.com that these exhaust tips are the same as on the Corvette C8. Well, they're not the same. They're very similar, but they're not exactly the same. Now, these exhaust tips are integrated into this bright lower fascia. There it is. And there is a cutout right there for the actual hitch. So you take that off in case you want to tow and have access to the hitch receiver. And then finally, you have horizontally oriented reflectors along with the reverse light that is present and accounted for on both sides of the vehicle. I should also note that there are two cameras at the rear. Both of them have washers. So there's one right here, right below the chintzle, the center high mounted stop lamp right there. This is the camera that drives the rear camera mirror. It does have a washer. There it is. I apologize. This one does not have a washer. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it does not seem to be a washer. Overall, this is quite a nice looking vehicle in my opinion. The size is one thing. I think that moving the Acadia back to larger dimensions goes a long way towards making it a better looking vehicle. But then all of the different accents that are present and accounted for here also go a long way towards making it even nicer looking than that. For GMAuthority.com and the MOTROLIX Network, I'm Alex Luft. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
MOTROLIX.